Assalamu alaikum. In this part of the tutorial I will show you the two other method. In my previous tutorial I have shown you the list method and um, list getting method and create method, but in this part I will show you retrieve, update and delete method. I have created the backend, and now I am creating a new git branch part 5, git branch branch. Now I am in branch part 4 and I am migrating to branch 5. Git check out dash b, a new branch is part 5. Okay, yes, now I am going to run my backend python manage.py, run server and 8000. Okay, now it is running, and yeah, I have also run my app, and if I restart, it has token and it will log in automatically, and we will have our note and yes, note. So in this part I will add delete method and update method. In my previous tutorial, third part of this tutorial, I have created a backend where in view under node app, under views.py, here inside I can show you, here is a method retrieve, update, destroy API view. What it does actually, it help us to get. Retrieve means get, update means we can update from the API, and destroy means we can delete any object from the API. But to delete I mean bar retrieve or update, we need something like primary key or other thing, a reference to delete the API, and we will pass the reference through URL. Suppose we can delete an object using the reference from here. Suppose this is the URL where we can delete update node by reference of primary key. Yes, we can pass primary key after the end of this if endpoint and slash to the to this views API view. If we hit to this endpoint with the primary key here, it will automatically delete or update or give you the object data. Okay, before that I want to show you, but their method is different. HTTP method is different for retrieve, update and delete. If I press Ctrl and click on it, it will take me to this page, and here I can see there are retrieve model mixin, update model mixin and destroy model mixin. And if I press Ctrl and click here again, it will take me to this mixin. Here I can see there is a method retrieve with this so it runs when we run get method and there is an update method. It runs when we we call http.update, and there is another method delete, and to destroy and it runs when we use http.delete method. And what here in this mixing, here in this mixing, not mixing, in this yes, in this API view, you can see there is get method. It runs when it's retrieve. Actually, retrieve method is coming from retrieve model mixing, and okay, sorry, update runs when we use http put method, and delete runs when we run http delete method. Okay, and this is the difference of the method to get, put, update and delete. And there is generic, and inside generic we can see we can change the lookup field. The lookup default field is primary key. We can change the lookup field to other keys. If I move here, suppose in urls.py, we have used our primary key to look up for the object, and we can change it by copying the property and use this property to under this API view, and we can change give other name such as ID, and then we have to pass here ID, or if I use other things like TI title, then we have to use here title, but title is not unique, so that is why I will not that is why it will rise error, because title is not unique. And retrieve, update, destroy, every thing is an unique operation, because it will delete only one object. It will not delete a multiple object. That is why you make sure your lookup field is unique. Okay, once you have an unique ID, unique field, you can use the lookup field property to give it to this to here. Okay, and so our backend is ready, and now we want to delete. So in my case, I want to update my, suppose this one, I want to update this one. To update this, I will there is create note screen. I can also create another screen. So this one was a create note screen, and once I click here, it take me to this page. Our update note screen is same, but the difference is this create note screen creates, and update note screen will update. So I will create another screen, update note screen dot dart, and this screen is also same like the previous one. So I will copy everything and paste it here, and I will save, and I will hold the create note screen and press Ctrl F2 to select all with the same name, and I will change the screen name to update note screen. This is how we can change it. And we need another thing. We need to retrieve an object which we want to update. So we will change an app bar to update. And remember, we do not have the API to update, delete and retrieve, and we at first we will create the API to update, delete and retrieve. So go to our API, note API. This field is to get every note what we need to get, update and delete. So I will duplicate by pressing Ctrl Shift Alt down key for desktop, or for Linux it can be numlock 2, but for Linux for the laptop Linux we have to press Fn and under Fn K, and here we can see, change it to get note. We will get a single note, and we will get note by its ID. So here we will pass integer note ID, or yes, note ID, note ID, and we need the endpoint. The endpoint is this is the endpoint, delete update. This is the endpoint, and after the endpoint we have to pass the key note ID, primary key note ID, and after primary key we will go to the endpoint. In the endpoint, this is the endpoint, and in this endpoint the response we will get is, we will not get a list of JSON, we will get only one JSON object, and there is no note. Yes, we will not get a list of JSON, we will get only single note, and it is nullable, because if the network if there is any network error, it will return null. So when the response is 200, will return the note from JSON, but when the response is not 200 or something error, then we will return a null. Yes, this will return null. And yeah, this is the get method, and we will make sure it is a get method for get method for yes, get method for, and for the in case update we'll duplicate it and make it update node. In this case we will add, we have to pass and note, and in this case we have to give here node.id, and the update method is an put method, and we have to pass an body here, and we will not get a, yes, we will get a note response, updated note response here, and we need an we have to send here a body. So inside this note model I will make an map make an method to JSON, and this to JSON will return us a map of string and string and string. Sorry, return the map. Here in this I will return this dot id, sorry, not this dot id, and it return id, comma, author okay. In case we have to return here a string, so id is author. For in case author, we will return only author.id, because it will check for author id. And for title, we will return the title. And for note, we will return note. Yes. This is it. And so to JSON is returning us a map, and in our API for body, in response we will return the note dot to JSON. And I think we do not have to pass id to JSON. Yes, so it goes to our body, and it will return an update. And yeah, now we'll move to our update skin, and here we get a note and pass the note to this screen. So final note comes here, and we have to pass the note in this screen, because we will update the note which we will get. So in the home page, when we will click on it, it is this container, and I will wrap it with inkwell, and on tap we will get our on tap. It is asynchronous, because it and we will get single note. So we have to pass there note id, and note id is this note dot id, and we will await for the note, and we will get note, give here an underscore, so that this note and this note do not get same, and we will get a note. It is nullable, because we can get null for network error. So if note underscore is equal null, we will rise in error, else we will go to our note screen. Navigator dot of context dot push to note screen. So material page route inside this will go to update note screen, and here we will pass the note we are getting from it, and we add underscore to make this to difference. And yes, and when the network is okay or successful, we will go to this node, and we are getting the node in here. So we are getting let we say let final node type node, and we'll assign the node from the parent widget. Node is equal to widget.node. Yes, this is the node we have, and there is a controller, title controller and node controller. So the node controller text is node controller dot text is equal and node dot node and title controller dot title text is equal node dot title. Yes, and yes, and update node, and we will not create node, we will update node. Okay, before that, on this is save method, and here we will pass update node, and this update node not equal null, and this update node text node, and before the sending the node we have to assign node dot node is equal to node controller dot text, and node dot title is equal to title controller dot text. We will pass the updated node and node title inside the node object, and it will pass to update node, and this update node will take the node and convert the new node into JSON and send the JSON to our backend, and our backend will update the node, and when we will get the node, we will save the node. We will not navigate, we will just save the node to our current node, okay, and we will run set state, and we can rise and pop up show or dialog, and we can pass a alert dialog, and here inside alert dialog we can content, we can say text not updated, saved, and else if it is null we can rise an error that something error or network error cannot not saved or something like that. And yes. So we try to and there I want to also also give an exit button too, so I will say outline button on press. Text is exit, exit, and on exit we will navigate to our previous home page. And I think we have to so this is the update method. If I click on here, okay, there goes an error that is type integer is not a subtype of map of dynamic. Okay, and it is coming from the model line 15, not model line 15, not model line 15. This one is integer. Okay, I got it. Because for retrieving we are getting the author ID. For retrieving the note we were using and serializer, which is used to save the note. This is all the serializer, and it is returning the error. And yes, it is right that we cannot use we cannot get the author information using this note, but what we can do, yes, this is a problem, really a problem. In this case, what we can do, we can use our previous note, which is containing the author. Yes, we can use, but in case of saving the note, okay, will not save everything. From home page to routing to that page, we will not get the note again. We can pass only. So in this case, we do not have to write if else. We can only pass the previous note we are getting, and it will remove the error. And when we click on here, it will say give us the title, and this is a note. In case of update, we cannot assign. In case of update, we cannot assign again. In case of update, there it will also rise an error that yes, it will also rise an error that in error here. So if it so we cannot get note from here. We can do another thing, is just return true. True means the it updated it successfully, and false means it it is not updated. So here we can pass boolean and we can get a. We will not assign not update not, and we run set state. Yes, that is what we can do for now. Yeah, and yes, now we can try to update our node. New node updated, which was updated. If we can, we click on make sure we run it, save it, not saved successfully, and if we exit the page, here we can see the update, new node updated, and written by simple name, and this is node which, and remaining name are not given, because and we can use here when we are using substring, we can add add a more string dot dot dot. It will show that the string is cutted. Yes, and another thing is that the last our API is a delete method. We want to delete a node when we click long press on it and delete it. Want to delete it. So in this case also we will call on long press. We want to delete, and it will be asynchronous, and we want the delete method. So in the node API, the endpoint is same like others, and delete node, and it needs node ID. It do not need everything, it needs only ID, so we will pass only on ID, integer node ID, and we'll pass it here, node ID, and we do not have to paste the node JSON here, and we will use HTTP delete method, and this is it. When in case of delete, it will not use response code 200, it will use 200 status code 204 in case of delete, and in case of update, yes 204 in case of delete. In case of update, it is 200, right? Okay. So whenever we long press on home on this field, any of this field, will show dialog. Will say context and rise alert dialog, and inside her content will say will pass text. Do you want to delete? Do you want to delete not? And inside this its action, we we'll say we'll pass outline button, text, yes, confirm, and cancel. Confirm and another thing, cancel. So on confirm we'll pop the context, navigator dot of context dot pop, and we'll send the news he has confirmed. And in case of cancel, we'll we'll send the news he has cancelled, and the news will come here, and we'll wait for the pop news, and we'll get the news here. And the replay will come here to this variable a, and if the variable a is confirmed, and we if a equal confirm, if a is equal confirm, we will delete this confirm comes here. If it is cancel, it will come here and we will do nothing. But if it is confirm, we will run delete method, delete note, and here we will passing note user and note id, note dot id, and we will await for it, and it will get, and suppose we will get an var v. If var v is true, if var v is true, we'll rise alert show dialog, rise alert dialog just for now, context, and return alert dialog, and we will inside content we will say text successfully deleted, not successfully deleted, $, fully deleted, else we will say something went wrong, not deleted, like that. Because if there is any network error, we will get something went wrong. And if we refresh it and hold any of the node, we have get and do you want to delete the node? If we confirm it, not successfully deleted, and here in this case our node is deleted, but the thing do not appear here. So how we can refresh the page? This is future builder, and it gets node, and we can refresh the page by using set state, but I forget to use set state here. And why I am unable to use set state is this stateless widget. Okay, this is stateless widget, convert it to stateful. Or you can do another thing, you can just again come to home page. Suppose you can do navigator dot of context dot push and remove until this is not a good one. We'll await for it, for the message, and if it is successful we'll do this context push and material page route and remove, and again move to home page. Here you can see not deleted. I have refreshed it by hot reload, but if I delete again another node, so get successful, and in this case node is deleted. And we can also use set state to show the node is deleted. That is it for update and delete method. In the tutorial I make the tutorial big to describe what is happening here. So thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. I have missed something here, and it is for confirm button. Yeah, I will pop confirm, but when I am cancelling, I will pop cancel. And another change is on my backend here for save, update and delete we are using not save serializer. For retrieve we can change it. When we if we view here, we can see there is get method, and get method is using retrieve. If we see retrieve, and this is the retrieve method, it is getting serializer. We can copy this method, and inside view we can paste this method, override this method, and here we can see we are using the serializer. Instead of not save serializer, we can use not serializer in case of retrieve method, and it will fix our problem. Okay, and here in and also in terms of update, if we see on output method, it is using update. This is for update. In case of update, it is using in case of update, this is the update method. Here we can overwrite it, and it is we will not overwrite everything, we will overwrite only on the case of serializer. Here here we are using returning in response serializer dot data, but we should response, and yes, this is using the serializer. Yes, it is okay to save save data. We should use serializer, but to give response, we should use should not use this serializer, because it is only for save in our case. If we check the what the perform method do, the perform method do nothing, we just save the serializer. So we will overwrite it and overwrite this line to save our save the serializer, and here when we are saving it, we will get an instance. We will get an instance of the saved model. Okay, and when we are getting the instance, here, and we will pass the instance. Here we will not use the serializer. We use the serializer for which we are use this serializer here in case of sending the data to our app, and it will fix the problem for retrieving data from backend to frontend. Okay, that is it. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi.